Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. I taped I recorded and uploaded tomorrow's video, and then the letter carrier came. So I'm recording this on Thursday. You're going to see it Sunday morning. We rearrange. Everything's in a state of disarray around here. You'll see why in a minute, because I'm one of those ones that see I got stuff upside down and knocked over and sideways, and doesn't want to go back where it's supposed to. And let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, here. So I got a couple more things to go with my kit that I'm putting together to do pours. And I'm still figuring out the whole thing about getting a custom stamp done. So the stamp that I have, or that I just got, is kind of generic. And, until I figure it out, how I'm going to do it. And, your artwork you send them's got to be set up a certain way. And I'm about as technologically advanced as this box, so I can get Little Missy down here to help me figure it out. Well, we'll go from there. So what I picked up in the meantime, I got a set of stamps here, and obviously when you guys see them, it's going to look backwards to you, but let's see. Somebody actually has Michigan with the Upper Peninsula and Presque Isle. I'm impressed. So I picked them up. There's this one's 3/8 3/8 of an inch size. And let me see, where's the paper at? No, I should have hung on to it for a second. Let me find that. Is this what I'm looking for? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I can give you the proper measurements. Obviously, there's a size small and a size large. There is a 8mm, which is this one, or 3/8 of an inch. And this one is a 1/4 inch. I think they got this mixed up. All right, anyway, there's a 8mm and a 6mm. So pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna have to learn. I'm gonna have to play with it. I was playing with it just a few minutes ago. That's why everything was sideways, upside down, and everything but right side up and forward facing. So I was playing around with it, and this will eventually end up in the furnace. But there you go. There's the big one, and there's the smaller one. Smaller one didn't quite get the whole UP, but now I'm looking at it. Let's see here. I don't want to scare you with a face reveal, so I'm going to put my hand right there. You get to see my bald head, part of my bald head there. I see, part of the UP is missing there, and looks like everything, because that little dot there is actually the Presque Isle Park, or Presque Isle, up there off the Keweenaw Peninsula. But yeah, pretty cool. It's going to take some work. And there's some of my other my failed attempts, and I did it on a couple other things this size, and didn't even come close. So I'm making progress. Well, see, there you go. I'm making progress a little bit at a time. And I just got to pack my patience. And I'm sure it'll work a lot easier on stuff I've just poured than on stuff that's been sitting there forever. So there, that's out of the way. All right. Now, I also picked up a coin that I've been trying to get my hands on for a while. The thing is, people have been charging stupidly expensive prices for it. It's a 90% silver proof coin, and I actually got this for less than what they're charging for, raw, or as I like to say, out in the wild. It's an MS69, silver proof, U.S. Marshal dollar. And I know we've got our opinions of federal law enforcement, but in this case, some of the greatest men and women in federal law enforcement I ever had a chance to work side by side with were from the U.S. Marshal Service. Great bunch of people, and really cool coin. I'm happy to add it to my stack. And I'm not a fan of slabbed, graded, but they made me an offer I couldn't refuse, so I had to get it. So there's that. And I went on Whatnot the other night, and Average Joe and Average Jane were on, and they were doing wheel spins. Hey, I'm not a fan of wheel spins, but you know what? Average Joe and Average Jane, or as we know him on here, Blue Collar Stacker. He always has good stuff. Floor is not like the others. He actually has really cool stuff for floor. Not just, some of the places you get a copper penny, or you get you do a $19, $20 wheel spin, or one time a $39 wheel spin for somebody, and they got a mercury dime out of it. So I did 4 spins, and 2 of those spins yielded me half gold backs. So I don't know, you like them or you hate them. I don't have a problem with them. I've got quite a few in my collection. I consider these collectibles until we get them in Michigan and I can use them to pay for things here in Michigan. They're collectibles to me. I love the artwork. I love the fact that they're going through and they're redoing some of the ones that they've done in the past to modernize them, because if you look at these, I mean, she looks like she's going to stand up and walk away and take the horse with her, where some of the other ones, they're like pencil art, whatever. Not saying that they were bad to look at, because, the artwork's pretty good on those. But, I mean, these Florida ones, if these are any indication of like Oklahoma and the remakes of the other ones are going to be, I'm going to be picking up some gold backs. So there's that. And on the other 2 spins, I ended up with grams of silver. Well, you know where these are going to end up. They're going to end up down there with the stuff that'll go in the, the furnace for silver when the time comes. And let's see, we've got, I thought about putting my political spin on this one, but I've decided not to. And then we have and if you've ever seen the Bad Boys movies, I looked at this one and immediately went to when Mike accidentally Marcus accidentally ingested some controlled substances and then was standing there in front of an aquarium looking at the captain's fish. And I'll just leave it at that. If you haven't seen the movie, you probably won't get it. Those of you that have are probably laughing or rolling your eyes at me right now. And then here's 2 more. One's got a flower on it, and I am not sure what that is. Looks like it's got a spiked collar on it, but it doesn't look like a dog to me, so I have no idea. Might be some weird sea creature or something, but hey, it's still cool. And then also everybody got a 1-ounce copper bar, and I have 4 of them because I spun the wheel 4 times. And this, I will say, kind of reminds me of the copper Trump bar that my Silver Journey was showing off, where it was, oh man, you can tell I'm old. I can't keep up with the video games. Grand Theft Auto. Well, this one, Yes, he's probably doing the YMCA dance right there. And then on the other side, there you go. Enough said. Straight to the point, sweet, short, sweet, and to the point. So I thought that was pretty cool. I actually have 4 of those now. I will be putting those away. These will not be going in the melter because these go on my collectibles stack. So yep, there you go. I got 4 of those. So all right, everybody, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I went way longer than I thought I was going to. I'm gonna play with these stamps some more and get good with them. So pours will be coming. Not sure when, but they will be coming. I'm thinking we're probably just with the taking time to accumulate the stuff we need to do it, because legit you have to take, I don't have the money to go out and spend between $250 and $300 for a furnace right now. And you do need that for this stuff, because the heavier stuff does not melt well doing it the poor man's way. So that's going to take time. And just getting all the stuff you have to have for safety reasons too. Because where I live at, we don't have garages, we have driveways, and our porches are essentially decks. So I'm not just going to go sit on the cement, because we don't have any, and start cooking metals to do pours. So once all that stuff is in place, if we've got decent weather and not mega humid or super cold, we'll get to it. So all right, everybody, have a great Sunday. Keep stacking, keep hunting. Tomorrow night, Cranky and I'll be doing live. He's on the road, but he said he's going to be here. Makes me want to go find somewhere out there away from the Mishy studio to, so he doesn't feel like he's out there by himself. So anyway, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Cranky time. We will be here on my channel, doing like we do. If you can stop in and join us, or watch the replay when it YouTube releases it to the world, and we'll talk to you soon. Keep stacking, keep hunting. Mishy's out.